Somebody just left. So they get back. Okay, go ahead. All right, guys. Hey, we should be at a 0 as you're transitioning. Okay? Eddie and Kyson, hustle and go if you're going to go, okay? Okay, Percy, you have your notebook out? Okay. All right. No, but that sounds like fun. Okay. So, you read in partnerships, right? You reread the story, okay? So now we are going to go to your make connections questions. Oh, I think I should have those questions, the make connection questions. Okay, okay, perfect. Okay, so the make connection questions. How do adaptions help an animal to survive? We kind of talked about it with the hawk, right? It can walk on the ground, but then when it needs to get away from predators, what does it do? It flies away. What are some other ways animals can adapt to survive in their environment? Raise your hand if you have an answer. Adam.
Food and water.
Okay, you know, I was researching a little bit last night, and that's a good thing to bring up. Does a camel, are there parts of its body that can adapt to its environment?
Yes. Yeah.
How?
His hump.
Okay, what does the hump on a camel do?
It makes it not eat for a while.
Okay.
In the desert.
Okay, in the desert it has humps that stores water, right? Well, does it live in an environment that not a lot of water is around?
Yes.
So it makes adaptions, right, to be able to store that water, doesn't it? Okay, what are some other ways? Can you think of other ways? Aria.
Like a frog, it would need sticky feet, so it could stay stuck to something. Like if a fish, for example,
Okay.
tries to get it, it could
Okay.
just jump off.
It jumps. A frog can leap, right? And it has those sticky. Good job, you guys. Okay, so we are going to move to our main idea and key details. Okay, so we know that the main idea is the most important point that the author makes in a text, right? The main idea. But there's also key details, right? It helps support the information. It helps support that main idea, doesn't it? Okay, so that's what we are going to talk about. Okay, animal adaptions. Okay, so follow along. Fur. Imagine living in a place where the average annual temperature is an extraordinary 10 to 20 degrees Fahrenheit. Well, welcome to the Arctic tundra of Alaska, Canada, Greenland, and Russia, home of the caribou. What's a caribou? Aria.
It's kind of like a horse, but it lives in the Arctic tundra, looks like a horse.
Okay. It always reminds me kind of a moose, right? Okay. So, to stay warm, caribou have 2 layers of fur and a thick layer of fat. They also have compact bodies, only 4 or 5 feet long. Caribou can weigh over 500 pounds. Okay? The tip of the caribou's nose and the mouth is called a muzzle. It is covered in short hair. This hair helps to warm the air before they inhale it into their lungs. Isn't that nice? Okay. It also helps to keep them warm as they push snow aside to find food. Okay. So, who can tell me what the main idea is? Who can tell me what the main idea is? What are some nouns that we see? First off, what is a noun? Person, place, or thing. that we see quite often? More than one time. Caribou. Okay. Anything else? Bodies.
Hair.
Hair.
Air. Birds. Air.
So let's see what our main idea is. To stay warm, caribou have 2 layers of fur and a thick layer of fat.
That's caribou.
Okay? So that would be our main idea, right?
And that's our
Oh, our details. Sorry, the first detail. Caribou have 2 layers of fur and a thick layer of fat. Is that a detail about the caribou? That's one. Okay? So, let's get that written down in your interactive notebook. Okay. Thumbs up when you have that written down. Thumbs up? Okay. Thumbs up. Okay, let's move on to detail number 2. What is another detail? We saw one, that caribou have 2 layers of fur and a thick layer of fat. What is another key detail, okay, that supports the main idea in the story? You have one, Sylvia? No? Somebody have one? Oh, yeah, Chris.
They also have compact bodies and are only 4 feet long.
Excellent.
Caribou can weigh over 500 pounds.
Hey, is that a pretty important detail about the caribou?
Yes.
Is that something if you were teaching someone about the caribou they might find interesting?
Yes.
Okay. They also have compact bodies that can weigh over 500 pounds. High five, Chris. Good job, buddy. Okay. That's a pretty key detail if you're trying to explain to somebody what a caribou looks like, right? Gavin, are you writing? Let's start writing, buddy, okay? Let's start writing. Okay, thumbs up when you have that written. Good job, Marissa. Okay, for our third detail, remember we're trying to think of key details in the story that are going to support our main idea. So what is another detail in this story that you might want to tell someone that you're trying to maybe teach about the caribou to? Eddie, what do you think, buddy?
Where they live.
Where they live, okay. Is there another main? Yes.
The tips of the caribou's nose and mouth are the same as
Hey, she said the tips of the tip of the caribou's nose and mouth is called a muzzle, and it's covered in short hair, right? All right. Let's see. Hey, excellent job. Short hair on the muzzles warms the air that they inhale. Okay, that's another one. So all of these details support the main idea, right? Okay, thumbs up when you've written that down. Okay, good job. Excellent, excellent. So when we're looking at all 3 of those details, what do you think the main idea is in this story? What's the main idea? Tanner.
How the caribou uses its adaptations to survive.
Good. He said how the caribou uses the adaptions to survive. All these things we're looking at are adaptations to the caribou to help it, right? Its little nose, its muzzle warms the air before they inhale it because they live in freezing cold climate, right? They have a thick fur to do what? Keep it warm, okay? They have compact bodies, they're pretty big fellas, right?
Yeah.
All that is to help keep them warm. Okay, and then the very last sentence in the paragraph. It also helps to keep them warm as they push snow aside to find food. Okay? Caribou adaptions help them survive the cold. Good job, Tanner. All those key details support that main idea, don't they? All of them.
I just realized every one of these has starts with a C except for the last detail.
And what is the common word in all of those?
Caribou.
Caribou. That's kind of our main guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what we're going to do now, I want you to find 2 partners, so 3 to a group, and then get a Chromebook. We're going to do a little Cahoots quiz. Okay? A Cahoots quiz. Okay? I'm going to pull up. Get back to my buddy. I'm going to pull it up here. Find 2 partners, so there's 3 to a group, and grab a Chromebook. Okay, so everybody